You touched on D&I, and we'd be remiss not to address this in the conversation. When looking through that lens of diversity, inclusion, equity, and belonging, what are the challenges for growing more women, people of color, other demographics that cause you to have that diverse workforce, from growing them from that middle management space into developing as that senior leader, given all the complexities that might exist.
Right. Yeah, it's tough because I don't think there's a one size fits all answer to that. I think the things that have to be considered is what's the mission of the organization? What does it stand for? Who are they? You got to be real about that, because if you're not, a lot of people get hurt as a result of it, hurt feelings, whatever, as a result of it. So you have to really look yourselves in the eye and ask, you know, are we being true to ourselves? There's a lot of pressure that I think is going to come along. It's only going to grow more and more. And that's because of ESG. And that's because of everything that we've been witnessing. So you're going to see diversity more, and I'm using diversity in a universal sense, of inclusion, equity, belonging, in more and more CEO scorecards overtly, the board's asking for it. More and more played up in employee engagement surveys, more and more played up in terms of action. The one thing that, and particularly for each of the group individuals that are on this call that belong to groups that that serve in maybe a human resource capacity or a D&I capacity, is, does your team look like and represent the people that you serve? Very simple question. Because just to be blunt, there's a lot of interest in recruiting people right now, and and you and I've heard it. I can't find anybody, right? There are people out there, you can find them. So where are you putting your investments? How are you connecting to that community? How are you looking at it through that community set of lenses, not just your own? Do you have representation and belonging that represents where you want to head as an organization?
No, that's a great point. And Tonie, I know that, when we worked together years ago, you were a big champion, a big leader, an enabler of trying to attract, more diverse talent and being inclusive. So you've certainly got a track record of that.